Hi guys, Ken Boyd with the Accounting Accidentally website where you'll find over 600 blog posts and 400 links to my YouTube videos. So this is my blog post, Smoking Hot, Balancing Humility and Self-Confidence. So I had to laugh when I was at the airport and I saw this license plate, Smoking Hot, on a car in the parking lot. And it made me wonder how the conversation at the Department of Motor Vehicles went. Hi, I'd like to apply for a personalized license plate. The DMV staffer smiles. Okay, what would you like it to read? Well, I'm trying to figure out a way to use smoking hot without all the letters. Now, that takes some self confidence. I think you need a balance of humility, self confidence in order to reach goals in life and simply be a normal person. Whenever I've been overly confident, maybe a little cocky, I've gotten hit in the face with a frying pan. On the other hand, if you're all humility and no self confidence, that's also a problem. So there's one group I'll leave out, and that's narcissists, who are defined as people who tend to be selfish and self-involved and are usually unable to understand what other people are feeling. They expect others to think and feel the same as they do and seldom give any thought to how others feel. They are also rarely apologetic, remorseful, or guilty. By the way, there's two great songs about narcissists, Strange Brew by Cream, On Your Way Down by Little Feat. If you click on the blog links, you can listen to these, you can see the lyrics. I mentioned narcissists because I've had to deal with my share, maybe more than my share, of these people in recent years. So let's leave this discussion to the people who mean well but sometimes don't have our act together. So, some definitions. Humility is a modest or low view of one's own importance. I'll stick with the modest view for this discussion. Self confidence, on the other hand, is a feeling of trust in one's abilities, qualities, and judgment. I think both of these traits impact how I deal with failure. Do I have enough humility to admit fault and gain wisdom from the failure? In the last lecture, which I highly recommend, Professor Randy Pausch explains that experience is what you get when you don't get what you want. Such a valuable quote. So, do I have the humility to recognize and use what I need to learn from failure? So, some thoughts on failure. There's really no such thing as failure. Instead, you've produced a result. Thomas Edison felt that each of his failures helped him gain wisdom, and failures got him closer to discovering the light bulb and other inventions. James Dyson, on the other hand, worked on 5,127 prototypes, it's not a typo, before inventing the world's first bagless vacuum cleaner. I've had a Dyson vacuum cleaner for years, and I swear by it. Henry Ford puts it another way: failure is the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. Both Edison and Dyson knew where they were headed. They had a specific goal in mind, and without a goal, I drift, I lose confidence, and I question myself. The journey to greatness begins at the intersection of fear and excitement. This quote from Alan Cohen points out that every success has a real risk of failure, no matter how you handle it. How do you handle the fear if there's a real risk of failure? I have to be self-confident enough to accept the risk and move forward. It's impossible to avoid challenges if you attempt something difficult. In the book A Separate Reality, Carlos Castaneda says that a warrior sees everything as a challenge, while an ordinary man sees everything either a blessing or a curse. Humans love the word new, that's why it's used in advertising all the time, and starting something new is exciting. But I need self-confidence to overcome the obstacles because they always get in the way. Lewis Carroll, the author of Alice in Wonderland, said that if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. If I know where I'm headed, I can manage fear more effectively. So how do I know if I'm making progress? Jim Rohn suggests making measurable progress in reasonable time, which has always made sense to me. So what do I consider reasonable? As time goes on, I have more patience when it comes to making progress. Experience, there's that word again, tells me that it always takes longer than I think, so why should I sweat it? The answer to humility versus self-confidence may be, ironically, confident humility. Yep, the term really exists, and it's defined in the book, Confident Humility, the Paradox of Successful Leadership. And here are some quotes. Confident humility is the confidence in a leader's ability to make the right decision while acknowledging that they need others to do it right. It's knowing what they don't know and having trust in what they do. Or as C.S. Lewis, the brilliant spiritual writer, puts it, it's not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. It means staying grounded, admitting you don't know everything, and accepting that you still have a lot to learn. Inc.com, this article link had some thoughts on the subject. You're not perfect, but you're strong enough to face uncertainty. Humility helps you see your blind spots, own up to your mistakes, and develop your problem-solving skills. Experts agree that emotional intelligence is important for productivity because it promotes self-motivation and emotional regulation. Those qualities also make it an excellent tool for improving your confidence without you giving your ego the reins. So it turns out that you can have confidence, achieve your goals, and not be a jerk in the process. Who knew? Food for thought.